Hey there, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Paulina and I'm a freelance makeup artist, and today we're just going to do a demo and review and just kind of test the wear of the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. So this foundation right here, created by Elisa Ashley, has 45 shades. It claims to be full coverage as well as 24-hour wear. Why would anyone want to wear foundation for 24 hours on their face? I don't know. You literally have to sleep in it, okay? But I do think the shade range is a good shade range. I know a lot of people who are lighter skin toned are complaining that they can't find their shade, or why is it more catered to medium to deeper skin tones. But let's be honest, people. There are so many other brands that already do this and have so many shade ranges, like millions of colors for lighter skin tone people. I know like the super fair ones still sometimes struggle, but I mean, I don't want to tell you guys. My color natural right here on my skin, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am shade 11, okay? Shade 11 out of 45. So if you're lighter than me, I'm sure one of the foundations has to match you. And honestly, if you have trouble matching a foundation to yourself, just buy a color adjuster. They make them in white. They make yellow as well if a foundation is not warm enough for you. So problem solved right there, okay? You're welcome. I do like the bottle. I like that it's in pump form. Yes, I already got it dirty. You may want to like wipe it clean every time you use it. I do like that there's a cap to it. I don't love that it's glass because as a makeup artist in general, I don't like heavy products. It is a little bit heavier. It reminds me of Maybelline Fit Me. So Maybelline Fit Me is a little bit smaller, but there's no pump bottle here, so this wins for the pump. Anyways, we are going to do an 8-hour wear test. I do have oily skin. On one side I'm going to use primer, and on the other one I'm not, and then I'm going to come back in 4 hours and then in another 4 hours, totaling of 8, to show you guys how this foundation has been wearing. After putting on my whole face, I do feel a little bit dry, but that could be my fault. I don't like moisturizer. I don't know. I do feel very matte, but the finish looks beautiful. It looks really flawless, and products on top of this foundation apply really nicely. So let's see. If you want to see the rest of the demo and the review, then keep on watching. As always, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already. First thing I'm going to do is just make sure my skin is clean. I'm using rose water here, and I'm just wiping off any excess oil off my skin. I do have oilier skin. Like, I look like a grease ball in the summer, to be honest. So, let's see how this baby works. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of primer. If you guys know me at all, then you do know that. But for this video, I am going to be using a primer on one side. I guess we'll pick the right side. I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Mattifying Primer. I do know that this foundation came out with a primer itself, but honestly I did not feel like buying the other primer. It didn't have the greatest reviews, and it's the Can't Stop Won't Stop primer, so we're just going to try this baby out. I'm honestly just going to apply this with my fingers and really concentrate it into areas that I feel need it. So I would say around here, around my nose for sure. And my forehead area, it already looks shiny. That's just how I am naturally. I'm probably the worst person, but I do not wear moisturizer on an everyday basis. I know it sounds terrible, but it just works for me, okay? So I'm going to take a few pumps of the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the color Natural onto my hand right here. Let's try 2 pumps. That seems like a lot. And I'm going to wet my beauty blender. Elisa did say that she does like applying this foundation with a beauty blender, so that's up to you guys. I feel like I need to go wet it. This rose water didn't do anything. Alright, that is so much better. It's nice and fluffy and we're ready to go. So I am going to dip this into my sponge and I'm going to start applying. A lot of people had complaints about this, that this was like super drying and patchy and hard to move around, so let's see if that's true. Elisa does have drier skin, so it does work for her, so I don't see why people would have that problem. That was a lot. Okay, so the color seems to be pretty good so far. I'm not going to complain. It has a yellow undertone, and I did expect it to have that because I do have a yellow undertone in my skin. The foundation is drying pretty fast, but I have to say, I feel like it's drying faster on the side that is primed for me, and I did use a mattifying primer, so that could be it. Okay, so far what I do notice is that this is actually giving a very nice coverage. It did cover my under eyes pretty well too. I don't have super bad ones, so that may be a thing. But it does dry fast. It feels matte already. It feels super lightweight. I feel like on the side with no primer, it's applying a lot nicer than the one with the primer. The one with the primer is kind of applying patchy. I don't know if that's because it's a mattifying primer. Maybe if it was a smoothing primer or a hydrating one, it might actually work better and not stick as much. I'm really not a fan of beauty blenders, by the way. I don't know if you knew that, but now I'm just going to kind of throw this away, and we're going to see if I can cover extra spots and kind of get rid of the slight patchiness here with a brush. I'm going to take a little bit on my hands and onto this brush and see if I can just get rid of this patchiness here and a little bit more coverage in areas that I need it. Well, it's definitely not working for building coverage. It's starting to get patchy. Beauty blender to the rescue, please. No. Did I mention I'm not a fan of primers? Okay, I really dislike this side with the primer. Okay, so the coverage on this foundation looks pretty good. I'm gonna zoom in right here. So this is a side with no primer. I think it's less patchy. It does have a very matte feeling, and I feel like I could touch my face and nothing happens. It like literally stays there. Wow, impressed. And then this side was a little bit more difficult to blend out because of the mattifying primer. Beauty Blender came to the rescue, so thank you for once. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup right now. Alright, so here is the finished look. With all my makeup on, I literally just put on blush, bronzer, highlight, mascara, and brows. I didn't do any eyeshadow. This is how I typically... This is how I would typically wear my makeup for like an everyday thing. I don't normally wear this much. Why can't I speak English? So right now it is currently 12:10. Okay, 12:10 guys. I'll be back at 4 o'clock because I'm going to say that I've been wearing this foundation already for 10 minutes while I was finishing the rest of my face. So see you guys at 4 o'clock and then at 8 once more. So it is officially now 4:04. I'm here for the first check-in, and if you guys know what an oily skin type is like, after you wear foundation for a little bit, it's almost like those oils start naturally coming through, but the foundation just looks better, okay? I don't know how to explain it, but it just works that way. So right now you can see that I have like this nice dewy skin finish. It does not look oily, by the way, so I don't feel like I need to blot or anything like that. I do have to say the side with the primer is a little bit less shiny, like in this area. Forehead area looks pretty much the same to me, but it's just this area that looks a little bit less. But this doesn't bother me at all. I'm not going to blot right now. I will see you guys in the next 4 hours, so see you at 8 p.m. Alright guys, so it is officially 7:54. I didn't make it till 8. It's only 6 minutes to 8. But I'm here. I just really want to take this off and go to bed, okay? So here is the update. Look at this foundation, okay? I'm very impressed. I do think my skin looks pretty good. It did get oily here and here, which is pretty normal for me in general. The primer side did not really do much, but I didn't really expect it to do much. I'm just not a fan of primers, as you guys could tell throughout this whole video. It does have a beautiful, look to it. I'm not hating it. I do like it. It is more of a fuller coverage foundation for me than my everyday foundation. So I feel like you can tell I'm wearing foundation, obviously. When can you not tell you're not wearing foundation? You can tell the oils came through here. There's a beautiful dewy finish on the skin. And pores look good. It has not separated anywhere around my nose or on my mouth. It has settled very little in my smile lines, but I feel like every foundation does that, let's be honest over here. So I'm taking some toilet paper because honestly, a girl finds toilet paper all the time to blot her face. This is mostly what I use. I do not carry blotting sheets whatsoever. And where'd my tissue go? Oh, there it is, tissue. So tissue or toilet paper will do the trick, whatever works for you. Honestly, the biggest tip is, you know those toilet seat covers? Those are amazing, okay? If you have that in your public toilet, bathroom, or anywhere that you go, just use that to blot your face, okay? You'll thank me later. So I'm going to see what this looks like after blotting, and I'm just lightly patting. So this is the side with primer. Okay, so we have a little bit of something, not much, honestly. And then the side with no primer. Okay, pretty much the same amount, which is good. I do feel like this would be transfer resistant if my skin was less oily, and just to kind of test that, I guess. I don't know if this is going to count, but I'm trying, okay? I'm just going to set it once again as if I was refreshing my makeup or something. And now let me just kind of test for the transfer resistancy. I'm really patting hard, if you could see me smacking my skin. Okay, so I'm still getting very little on this tissue. Again, I also think this is because I, waited for 8 hours to do this, but it looks good. Honestly, this looks really good. Not much, but just a little bit. And my last test over here, which should be the funnest part, okay? I only do this for you guys, seriously. We're gonna spray the crap out of my face, okay? This is gonna be so uncomfortable. My mascara is not waterproof, so don't judge me. OMGers, is that wet enough for you guys? Honestly. So I am gonna take a paper towel now, and we're going to pat dry. Wow, looking fabulous. So this is from the paper towel. Honestly, nothing really on it either. And this is what it looks like. So for me personally, this passed the wear tests of 8 hours. It passed the transfer test. It passed the water test. I mean, honestly, if I can jump into a pool, wear this for more than 8 hours and still look like this, I'm a happy girl, okay? So you be the judge if you would like to try this out yourself. Again, I have oily skin, so this is the foundation in all of its glory. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like these videos, then please give this video a big thumbs up so I know to make more review videos for you with foundations. It was a lot of fun doing it. And now time to go shower and call it a night. Bye guys.